Worry and anxiety is literally nothing more than excess energy. There is a $1 trillion industry built around taking advantage of people with worry and anxiety. I got my degree in psychology. I was planning on being a psychiatrist, and I think that there's definitely a place for psychiatry and psychology, but not when it comes to worry and anxiety, because worry and anxiety is nothing more than excess energy. If you're worried and you go on a run, you're gonna come back feeling much better. If you're worried and you go work out and you burn all that excess energy and you're still worried, then keep going. Run more, garden more, do more push-ups, or do more breath work, or do more yoga, or whatever it is that you're doing to burn that excess energy in a productive, healthy way. Keep going until the worry is transmuted into bliss, because worry is nothing more than excess energy. And if you're debating this in your head thinking, well, there's a lot of things you could genuinely be worried about. Like I could be worried about losing my house because of a financial situation. That is completely valid. Therefore, if you have a real thing to worry about and you're using your energy to solve the problem, then because you don't have excess energy, because you're channeling all of that energy into solving the problem, then you're still not worried. So if there's a real problem that you have to solve and you're worried, all that means is you're not working hard enough on solving the problem. So you should never be worried or anxious. And if you are worried or anxious, just know it's because you have excess energy and you're not burning your excess energy. So go work out or work harder or do whatever it is that you need to do with your energy to burn off the excess in a productive way, so that whatever it is that you're worried about is either solved and goes away, or you come to realize that it didn't exist in the first place. Because what happens with excess energy, if you don't burn it away, is that those energies become thoughts. And then those thoughts, as the energy builds and is not burnt, becomes stories. And then those stories, if the energy is still not burnt and those stories continue to build, they become realities as people act out those stories. And so fear, false evidence appearing real, worry and anxiety becomes real problems when people have excess energy, which is why there's a difference between first world problems and third world problems. Like rich, wealthy, very privileged people worry more, and this is according to countless studies, worry more than poor, hungry people in third world countries. And the reason is because when you have to walk 10 miles a day to get your water, you don't have the excess energy to be creating problems that don't exist. And you're simply present and happy to be alive. When you have more time than you know what to do with, more money than you know what to do with, and more energy than you know what to do with, worry and anxiety is the natural result, as that energy becomes excess, and those excess energies becomes thoughts and stories, and then eventually those stories become problems. So just work harder. And work doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm going to the office to sit in front of my computer screen and make money. Work can literally mean gardening, planting trees, yoga, building a business, or it can mean going to the office and making more phone calls and sitting in front of the screen and making more money. Like whatever it is that you enjoy doing, do it harder so that you don't have the excess energy to worry. That is the healthiest thing you can do. And just by the way, when I say work harder, what I'm saying is work harder, work harder. That means do what you love to do, regardless of what your parents say about it, or your spouse says about it, or your culture, your society, your friends. Work harder. You do what you love, because what you love is what you were born to do. And if you're doing that, you're successful already right now, regardless of what you've gained out of it. The only measure for success is happiness. And if you do what you love, you're gonna be happy. That is all that success is doing what you love. And just do what you love until you're so exhausted that you sleep like a baby. and there will be no worry and anxiety. And so if there is worry and anxiety, rather than, going to see a psychologist and just talking about all your problems, here's the thing. The reason psychologists don't say anything and they just let you talk is because they're trying to get you to talk until you're exhausted, because then you've burnt off some excess energy and you'll feel better and you'll come back the next week and do the same thing again. So instead of just wasting time talking until you're exhausted, put that energy into something more productive that you can actually be proud of and look back at and say, wow, I built this, I did this.